Here's a comprehensive and detailed analysis of 10 literary devices in The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, complete with direct quotations, thorough explanations, in-depth analysis. 1. Symbolism. The green light quotation marks. He stretched out his arms toward the dark water in a curious way and distinguished nothing except a single green light minute and far away. Chapter 1. Explanation. The green light is situated at the end of Daisy's dock, across the bay from Gatsby's mansion. It's visible from Gatsby's property and becomes an object of his longing. In-depth analysis. The green light symbolizes Gatsby's dream of reuniting with Daisy, as well as the broader American dream, an aspiration to achieve success, happiness, and fulfillment. It glows in the dark like a beacon of hope, but remains distant, always just out of reach, much like Gatsby's idealized vision of Daisy and the life he wants with her. Fitzgerald uses the green light to represent the illusion of the American dream, dazzling, seductive, and ultimately unattainable. It's also a commentary on how people chase dreams built on illusions, investing emotional meaning into material objects. 2. Foreshadowing. The Valley of Ashes. Quotation. This is a valley of ashes, a fantastic farm where ashes grow like wheat into ridges and hills and grotesque gardens. Chapter 2. Explanation. The Valley of Ashes is a desolate industrial wasteland situated between West Egg and New York City, filled with dust and decay. In-depth analysis. This bleak landscape foreshadows the decay of the American dream and the ultimate downfall of characters like Gatsby and Myrtle. It serves as a powerful visual metaphor for the consequences of greed and moral decay. Beneath the glitter of wealth and high society lies a world of corruption, where the poor, like George Wilson, are left behind in a wasteland. Fitzgerald uses this setting to subtly hint at the novel's tragic outcomes, reinforcing the idea that the pursuit of wealth can destroy rather than uplift. 3. Irony. Gatsby's nobility amid corruption. Quotation. They're a rotten crowd. You're worth the whole damn bunch put together. Chapter 8. Explanation. Nick, who has been judgmental throughout the novel, finally praises Gatsby just before his death. In-depth analysis. This moment is steeped in situational irony. Gatsby, who has built his fortune through shady dealings and lies, is revealed to be more sincere and emotionally invested than the wealthy socialites who live in East Egg. He is loyal, hopeful, and deeply in love, whereas Tom, Daisy, and others are selfish, careless, and indifferent. The irony underlines Fitzgerald's central critique, that the morally corrupt elite are more destructive than those who strive to rise above their station, even through dishonest means. Gatsby's tragic flaw is not his criminal past, but his unwavering idealism. 4. Imagery. Gatsby's lavish parties. Quotation. In his blue gardens, men and girls came and went like moths among the whisperings and the champagne and the stars. Chapter 3. Explanation. Fitzgerald paints a vivid picture of Gatsby's parties using rich visual and sensory imagery. In-depth analysis. The image of people fluttering like moths evokes a sense of fragility and artificiality. They are drawn to the light, not because they care about Gatsby, but because they're entranced by his wealth and spectacle. This creates a dreamy, almost surreal atmosphere and exposes the emptiness behind the glamour. Fitzgerald uses this imagery to satirize the superficiality of the Roaring Twenties, where image and entertainment replace meaningful human connection. 5. Metaphor. Daisy's voice as money. Quotation. Her voice is full of money, he said suddenly. Chapter 7. Explanation. Gatsby makes this metaphorical remark about Daisy during a climactic confrontation with Tom. In-depth analysis. By equating Daisy's voice with money, Fitzgerald reveals Gatsby's deep-seated desire for not just love, but status and legitimacy. Daisy's appeal lies not only in who she is, but what she represents. Old money, class, and the life Gatsby believes will complete him. Her voice, seductive and charming, is a direct extension of her inherited privilege. This metaphor encapsulates a major theme of the novel: how materialism corrupts relationships and how people are valued for what they symbolize rather than who they are. 6. Allusion, Trimalchio. Quotation: "It was when curiosity about Gatsby was at its highest that the lights in his house failed to go on one Saturday night, and, as obscurely as it had begun, his career as Trimalchio was over." Chapter 7. Explanation: Trimalchio is a character from Roman literature known for throwing lavish, ostentatious parties. In-depth analysis. This classical allusion positions Gatsby as a modern-day Trimalchio, someone who rose from obscurity and used wealth to mask his humble origins. But like Trimalchio, Gatsby is unable to gain true respect or acceptance. The reference adds a layer of irony. Despite all his efforts, Gatsby's transformation is hollow. His parties fail to bring him what he truly desires: Daisy's love and social belonging. Fitzgerald aligns Gatsby's tragedy with ancient satire to comment on timeless themes of ambition, illusion, and social exclusion. 7th motif, the eyes of Dr. T.J. Eckleburg. Quotation: "But above the gray land, the eyes of Dr. T.J. Eckleburg kept their vigil." Chapter 2. Explanation: the faded billboard with the eyes of a forgotten oculist stands over the Valley of Ashes. In-depth analysis. These eyes become a haunting symbol of moral oversight in a godless world. To George Wilson, they represent divine judgment. To readers, they highlight the absence of true justice or morality. The motif reappears throughout the novel, reinforcing the idea that no one is truly watching or caring about the consequences of wealth and deception. Fitzgerald uses this recurring image to critique a society where traditional spiritual values have been replaced by consumerism and spectacle. 8. Juxtaposition, East Egg versus West Egg. Quotation: "I lived at West Egg, the less fashionable of the two." Chapter 1. Explanation: East Egg represents old money and aristocracy. West Egg is new money and self-made wealth. In-depth analysis. By placing these two communities side by side, Fitzgerald shows that not all wealth is treated equally. Gatsby, despite his fortune, remains socially inferior to Tom and Daisy because of his roots. This juxtaposition emphasizes the rigid social hierarchy and exposes the hypocrisy of the American dream. That success and merit supposedly bring equality, yet social class still determines worth. The division between the eggs is more than geographic. It is symbolic of the chasm between aspiration and acceptance. 9. Hyperbole, Gatsby's fruit orders. Quotation: "Every Friday 5 crates of oranges and lemons arrived. Every Monday these same oranges and lemons left his back door in a pyramid of pulpless halves." Chapter 3. Explanation: Fitzgerald exaggerates the volume of fruit consumed at Gatsby's parties. In-depth analysis. This hyperbole illustrates the scale and wastefulness of Gatsby's displays of wealth. The sheer volume of uneaten fruit reflects the excess of the era and the hollowness of such indulgence. Gatsby uses these parties to lure Daisy, but the extravagance becomes absurd. Fitzgerald critiques not only Gatsby's futile efforts, but the broader culture of consumption in the Jazz Age. It reveals how abundance can be meaningless when divorced from genuine connection or purpose. 10th personification, weather reflecting emotion. Quotation: "The day agreed upon was pouring rain." Chapter 5. Explanation: the weather mirrors the tension and nervousness of Gatsby and Daisy's reunion. In-depth analysis. Throughout the novel, weather is used to underscore emotional climates. The rain during the reunion creates an atmosphere of awkwardness and vulnerability. When Gatsby and Daisy begin to reconnect, the weather clears, symbolizing a temporary sense of renewal and hope. This personification imbues the setting with emotional resonance and ties human feelings to the natural world. Fitzgerald uses this technique to elevate emotional moments and provide poetic rhythm to the narrative.